You ever play video games? Even if you're just a casual gamer, you've probably come across some pretty funny video game glitches. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the most famous video game glitches out there. Although they can be annoying, they can also be quite funny. I'm Mike with List25, and these are 25 bizarre video game glitches you should watch out for. #25. Counter-Strike Source. As in the original game, this version pits a team of counter-terrorists against a group of terrorists in a series of rounds. One well-known glitch finds players walking around as though they were holding their guns, but their gun is actually floating next to them. #24. Metal Gear Solid: Ground Zeroes. In this action game, you play as Snake, an undercover operative who works in the shadows. Usually, your kills are silent and deadly, but every once in a while, when you shoot someone, they'll go flying. #23. Mass Effect. In his mission to save the galaxy from a powerful race of aliens, Commander Shepard is accompanied by Kaidan Alenko. Whenever Shepard turns away, Kaidan starts mocking him with strange, glitchy gestures that resemble a chicken dance. Maybe it's a side effect of his L2 implants? #22. Plants vs. Zombies: Garden Warfare. This multiplayer tower defense game pits the plants against the zombies. Oh, you already knew that? You must have noticed the title. But seriously, there are some interesting glitches in the game. In one instance, you can't shoot, and in another instance, everybody goes invisible. #21. Crysis. In a game that has you fighting both North Koreans and aliens, you shouldn't be surprised by much. Well, except one thing. If you shoot at the sharks in the water, they'll jump up on land and chase you through the jungle. That's right, they can swim on land. #20. Halo Reach. The sixth installment of the popular Halo series takes place in 2552, when humanity is locked in a war with the alien Covenant. Just be careful when Kat gets out of the Warthog. If you run into her, she goes flying. It's like a catapult. #19. Left 4 Dead. Set during the aftermath of an apocalyptic pandemic, this game pits 4 survivors against hordes of the infected. You'll find yourself hiding in a lot of places, but be careful when you get in the elevator. People have been known to fall through the floor. #18. Grand Theft Auto 5. Everybody knows about Grand Theft Auto. Well, in the 5th installment, you can make your bulldozer fly. Basically, you need to get a bulldozer, your friend needs a bulldozer, and then you ram into each other. One of you will go sailing across the map. #17. Portal 2. The successful sequel to the popular puzzle video game, Portal 2 once again requires you to solve challenging puzzles with, you guessed it, portals. In spite of receiving extremely positive reviews, the game isn't without bugs. Between making impossible jumps and even flying, the portals in this game are able to generate some creative glitches. #16. Super Mario 64. The first Super Mario game to use 3D graphics, Super Mario 64 was one of the launch titles for the N64 game console in 1996. So, just in case you've been living under a rock, or you don't have time to play video games due to silly things like jobs, let me fill you in on a useful little glitch. To reach the final stage, Bowser in the Sky, you need to collect 70 power stars so that the endless stairs stop being endless. There's a trick though. By using the backwards long jump, you can bypass the endless stairs without the stars. #15. Call of Duty: Ghosts. The 10th installment in the wildly popular Call of Duty series follows the Ghosts, elite special forces, on their latest mission to save the world. Just watch out, because apparently the K9 named Riley can fly. #14. Guitar Hero World Tour. In a game dedicated to rock stars, it should come as no surprise that their long hair will glitch. Sometimes when your guitar is facing Ozzy Osbourne, his hair will go crazy and basically take over the screen. #13. Star Wars: The Old Republic. A popular, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMORPG, invisible rides are one of the most famous glitches in this video game. As you can see in the video, players just float around in the air as though they're riding something.
12.
Saints Row the Third. Similar to Grand Theft Auto, in this open-ended game you deal primarily with gangs and their turf wars. Be careful though, if you try to steal a car, you may end up hovering around.
11.
Skyrim. The fifth installment of the Elder Scrolls series sees the player on a quest to destroy Alduin the World Eater, a dragon who is prophesied to destroy the world. Given the seriousness of your mission, there are a few glitches that you should watch out for. For example, after being hit by an ogre with a club, your companion Lydia goes shooting into the air and comes crashing back to the ground a few minutes later. Don't worry though, she's completely unharmed.
10.
The Sims 3. If you're watching this, you have access to the internet. And if you have access to the internet, you know about The Sims. What you might not know is that The Sims house is haunted. Okay, not really, but between the invisible footsteps and a foosball table that plays itself, the game is full of strange glitches.
9.
Duke Nukem Forever. Released in 2001 after 15 years of development, Duke Nukem Forever was essentially a joke by the time of its release date. It was further criticized for subpar graphics and gameplay, but the glitches are plentiful. Get ready to spot some enemies walking around submerged into the ground.
8.
LA Noire. Set in 1947 Los Angeles, you play as an LAPD officer who is investigating a series of cases. During one of your escapades, it's possible that you'll come across a poor bloke who won't stop glitching into the bridge.
7.
FIFA. In spite of being the premier football/soccer video game, floating players is a well-known glitch you may stumble across. As you can see in the video, the player's legs sometimes bend in painful directions as well.
6.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This popular game centers around Link as he tries to rescue Princess Zelda, as they all do, except for Majora's Mask. But while you're on your mission to rescue the princess, be careful around the Great Deku Tree. Due to a glitch in the game, you may be stopped by somebody and not allowed to pass no matter which way you turn.
5.
Gears of War. Set in a ravaged Earth-like world destroyed by war, the Gears, basically soldiers, are humanity's last defense against creatures known as the Locusts. Kim is one of those Gears, and although his primary job is to shoot stuff, he's been known to bust out with an Irish jig. And yes, it's a glitch.
4.
Heavy Rain. This film noir thriller video game involves the mystery of the Origami Killer, a murderer who uses extended periods of rainfall to drown out the screams of their victims. One of the main characters is Ethan Mars. To make a long story short, Ethan's son Sean is kidnapped by the Origami Killer, and bad stuff happens. Getting to the point, you can overload Ethan's character by making him yell Sean's name too many times, and then you can just keep yelling it.
3.
NBA 2K13. The popular successor to the NBA 2K video game series, the 2013 version was well received, except for a few amusing glitches. For example, sometimes if a player is about to check in when a timeout is called, they'll hover/slide back into their place on the bench, passing right through their teammates.
2.
Dead Space 3. Taking place in the 26th century, this horror action game once again pits Isaac Clarke against the alien race known as the Necromorphs. The game isn't free of glitches though, and some characters are able to continue floating in spite of missing their head, legs, and arms.
1.
Far Cry 2. In spite of being praised for its AI and realism, this open-ended first-person shooter has taken some heat for its glitches. Set in a modern-day Central African nation during Civil War, you may be surprised by these suicidal wildebeests. They kill themselves by running into your vehicle. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the bottom right so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 3 videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.